Hi guys, this is Mary Fulton with Mary Fulton Fit, and it's Monday motivation. So I was, just thinking about different things going on and in my own life, and I like to use my own life as an example a lot of times. So today we're going to be doing 5 questions on how you can best problem solve. So hi Glenda, how are you? Good to see you. What's up, Glenda? I'm going to tag some friends, you guys. I'm excited to just chat with you guys. So let me grab some friends. I'm going to give you guys 5 tips on problem solving. So if you have a pen and paper, please grab them because I do have an assignment for you at the very end, and it's just for you, okay? It's going to help you with those daily challenges that you have and just looking at life a little bit different, facing those challenges and not being scared of them, but more thinking about how you can better be ready and equipped for those challenges because they are going to come every day, right? And honestly, guys, we have problems every single day, but a lot of times we feel like if we come to a problem, we made a mistake or we did something wrong, and that's why we're experiencing problems. But really, problems are a normal part of life, an everyday part of life. But the way that we approach them and how we think and really the questions that we have towards them is how we can overcome them. So real quick, I'm going to do a little fun thing with you. So I'm going to grab my little teacher pad here. And please jump on and say hello if you're on here, or if you have questions, start chatting with me, okay? Hi, Donna. So all of us, I'm going to do a little skit. So I was listening to a little Tony Robbins today, and this is where I got this from. So this little X right here represents us, okay? We're like this little bean in this whole like little universe here, okay? And then this circle, a small circle that kind of takes up about a third of the page, is just our day-to-day things that we're in control of. So simple things like we're in control of, doing our checkbook. Does anybody use a checkbook? Right? We're in control of just like simple things in life, like, doing your chores, getting to work, right? These are some things that we are somewhat in control of, and we can get them done, daily tasks. Make your bed, kind of take care of your family, those kind of things. Got it? Awesome. Now, these things right here, I'm going to put a little arrow right here, are the outer things that happen to us on the outside that we're not in control of and kind of hit us, all right? So maybe a problem happens, right, that we're not so comfortable with, and it's going to come at us and kind of interrupt our circle here, our little, everyday circle. Have you had those before? You're driving and you get into a quick little fender bender. Problem, right? You can either deal with it or, move on, and then here comes another problem, kind of the same, and it gets you right on the other side. Yes? Okay, so these kind of things happen to us every day. And so we're going to take this other circle and come around. Now you can either address those problems that hit you or get overwhelmed by them and retreat, right? Can anybody relate to that? Getting overwhelmed and retreating, okay? Or you can dive in and try to work through these problems. When you work through these problems, because it's inevitable, they're going to come from the outside, things that we can't control. Once we work on these problems that are coming at us, our circle becomes bigger. See how I grew the circle? That's called learning and experience. Can anybody relate to that? So now that you've dealt with these problems, you can solve more problems, right? You've expanded from your inner circle to a little bit of an outer circle. And here comes another issue. Oh man, what can I say? I can give examples right now. I launched a program. Yay! I launched my program. Uh-oh, here's some bumps in the road. Okay, pivot, change, react. Oh, here comes some more problems, right? What do I do again? Pivot, change, and my circle keeps growing. Problems don't go away, but if we can pivot and work with them and learn from them and grow from them, and instead of looking at them as problems, we start to look for solutions, then we as humans, we grow. Look, we grow, we learn, we change. Can I get an amen for that? Yes? We grow, we learn, we change. Problems are going to happen. They're challenges. Instead of facing them and getting so overwhelmed by them and thinking that they're not going to happen to you. Instead, we face them. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. Turning this small circle into a larger circle of learning. And we're always growing and learning. And so that's why, get your pen and paper. Are you ready? Let's do this. So we are going to talk about, yes, just keep swimming, Donna. I love it. We're going to talk about 5 questions that are going to help your mindset, okay? Because problems come, they take us down. You can either just drown in it, and it's really about your mindset. So if you can ask yourselves these 5 questions, it's going to help you with your next problem. How many of you endured one problem today? Yes? Okay. So, and if you didn't yet today, you probably will later. So it's really learning about changing that mindset. So let's start with the first question, okay? So let's just take an example. I'm going to use mine from last week, and it was launching a program, and my subscription piece didn't turn out anything like they told me it was going to. And so quickly, within like 2 hours, I started pivoting and changing. But let's talk about how it all rolled out, okay? So number 1, here's the first question. So my little subscription thing didn't go the way I wanted it to. I couldn't get people to get in the way that they were supposed to, and it was really frustrating for me. And I was feeling very overwhelmed because I wanted to help everybody, and I felt stuck. So I had to pivot. So first question I have to ask myself, what is great about this? Oh my goodness. So I didn't feel great about it because I wanted my first launch to be amazing. We're going to call it a soft launch for now. So what was great about it? In the moment, it did not feel great. It felt like everything was crumbling. But let's ask ourselves the question, what is great about it? Or if you can't ask yourself what is great about it, what could be great? So truly, 1 week later, I can say, you know what was great about it? For me personally, I learned how to pivot and change quickly when things weren't working out for my people and for my business. Number 2, I had to trust God in these steps. Number 3, I had to forgive myself and be okay with making some mistakes along the way, because those are going to pave the path to make me stronger and learn more. So what could be great? I'm learning, and everything is about learning, right? Okay, so number 2, let's move on to the next one. The second question, what's not perfect yet? So listen to how this question is framed. What's not perfect yet? So that means that it could be perfect. That means that we could make it the best. Yes, you can make it the best. Don't lose hope in whatever situation you're in. So you need to ask yourself, what's not perfect yet? Okay. I can't, for my little platform thing, the live wasn't perfect yet. We need to fix this. I need to be able to, navigate the system easily for my people and for them to stream it on TV, right? So I needed to address those things. What's not perfect yet, but I can fix it. And I am. So that's the great part. Number 3, what am I willing to do to make it the way I want it? So when you're in that moment, what are you willing to do to make it the way you want it? So you know what I did? I got on the phone right away, called him up, said, this plan is not for me. Let's change it. What do I need to do? Oh, I need to upgrade 5 levels? All right, let's do this. All right, and I upgraded and changed right away. So, but what are you willing to do in your problem? Are you willing to go the mile, or is it not worth it to you? You have to decide in that situation. What are you willing to do? What can you do to fix it, right? Awesome. Number 4, what am I willing to no longer do in order to have the things the way I want them? So listen closely. This is another question you have to ask yourself. What am I no longer willing to do? Sorry, my kid is getting chips out of the counter. Hey, Cliff, can you please stop? Yeah, can you just stop? Thank you. It's virtual life at home, right? What am I willing to no longer do in order to have the things the way I want them? So, you know what? I want to have things a certain way. I need to organize myself and pivot and get some more help to help me so that I don't feel overwhelmed. That's a simple solution, okay? Depending on whatever you're going through, you need to ask yourself this question. What are you willing to no longer do, right? Maybe for you it's being overwhelmed with your work situation, too many calls. So you need to hire an assistant, okay? Maybe for you, it's a relationship. What are you no longer willing to do? You don't want to be hurt by this person anymore. So you're going to set your boundaries, right? So this goes all over the map. This mindset for problem solving is just across the board in any situation, okay? Number 5, how can I do what's necessary to get this job done and enjoy the process? So today, I had a lot of emails and stuff I had to do, and sometimes emails can be overwhelming because you're troubleshooting problems. So you know what I did? I went and sat outside, even though there's ash everywhere, and I wanted some sunshine. So I put a little sofa outside, and I made it a joyful place for me. I love to be outside. I don't like to be inside all day long on the computer. I'm not really a computer girl, actually. I'm a very active person. I like to be out in the air and be with people. So for me, doing the admin part of the work isn't really the fun part. The fun part is being with you right here. This is what I love to do, to be with my people, to talk with them, to share, to work out. I don't really like doing like a whole bunch of emailing, but what can I do to make it more enjoyable for me in problem solving is go outside, drink my smoothie in the sun. Now I'm happy because I'm outside. So you see, changing your environment can help you enjoy the things that maybe don't bring you joy, but finding the joy. It's always about finding the gratitude, finding the joy in everything that we're doing. The hardest things that come at us, you guys. And so that's what you could do. Tony Robbins shared a story. He was doing phone calls in a jacuzzi. So he had 100 phone calls he had to do. And you know what he did? He went and got in the jacuzzi and did them. And he said at the end of the video, it was cracking me up. He said he was on all these calls and then some people weren't answering. So he just started calling a whole bunch of other people because he had so much fun talking to people in the jacuzzi. So change your environment. How can you get the job done, but still have fun doing it, all right? Find a way to make it fun. And so you guys, those are the 5 questions. I'm gonna say them again one more time, but the key is that all of us, we have the resources in our lives to figure out how to enjoy anything. We can. We have the resources. It's our mindset and it's the questions we ask ourselves, okay? If something goes wrong, like for example, when my launch didn't go the way I wanted it to, I could have easily put my state into depression and been like, I failed my people. This is never gonna work. I shouldn't have done this. I'm not good enough. Why? You know, I made the biggest mistake. Oh my gosh, that's terrible, right? So change your state. What did I do? I said, pivot. This is not working. We gotta make it better. I need my people to have the best, so I need to act now. Move, push, go. And that was it. It's that change in mindset. You know, you might need a moment to kind of sit and gather your thoughts and feelings. I'm not telling you can't feel scared, fear, angry, whatever their things are, but just go through them quickly and move on to resolution, finding a solution. And it's the questions you ask yourself. It's how you speak to yourself and how do you speak to these things that come to you. So, example, my son has been struggling so much with school, okay? And so I went over to one of my friend's house. She's a teacher. And you know what she had? She had this amazing board with, here, I'll draw it up. She did something kind of like this. She did like, you know, let's just say surfing, right? So at the end of the week, everybody's going to go surfing. But she covered it up with these like Post-its. And they had to achieve something to get there. So you know what I did for my son? I did the same thing. He wanted a fish at the end of the week. So I drew a fish. I put this paper there. I covered it with 5 Post-its for the 5 days of school. And every day, if he got a happy face and did his chores and did his schoolwork, I took it off. So by Friday, we went to go get his fish. And he was so excited and he felt so proud of himself. So in this 8 weeks of schooling, so many things haven't worked. But I couldn't give up on my kid, right? I couldn't give up on his schooling. So this idea really helped me and I finally found what works. So now we're doing that again with something else, a slumber party at the end of the week. And it's giving him gratitude. This is the thing, you guys. There was moments where I felt like, forget this school thing, but what am I going to do? My kid's not going to learn. So I finally found the right way. There's always a solution to our problems. It's how we see it. So don't get stuck. Okay, so you've got the 5 questions. Write them down if you didn't get them. Okay, right? I love it. And I want you guys to share something with me today before we go, okay? So, you know, guys, life isn't perfect. I'm not perfect. I have so many things I'm dealing with all the time, just like you. And if we can just breathe and stop for a second and ask us these questions right when the problem hits. You know, maybe you get in a car accident. Okay, stop it for a second. What's great about this? That's a really good question, Mary. What's great about me getting in a car accident? Well, what could be great? What could be great? What could be great is that you're going to learn something new. Maybe you were supposed to meet this person. Maybe you're supposed to take some time and reflect upon your driving skills. Right? I don't know. But what could be great about it? So number 1, what's great about this, or what could be great about this? Write it down. Number 2, what's not perfect yet, but what can you make? What can you do? Take and listen. Write it down. So important to write it down. Number 3, what am I willing to do to make it the way I want it? What are you willing to do? So maybe you're stuck and you keep gaining weight. Well, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to do the hard things? Be honest with yourself. Okay? Number 4, what am I willing to no longer do in order to have the things the way I want them? I'll say it one more time. What am I willing to no longer do in order to have the things the way I want them? And number 5, and I'll write these down under my feet, okay, so you can grab them. What can I do? How can I do what's necessary to get this job done and enjoy the process? So I shared the story that I went outside and did my emails in the sunshine and drank my protein shake, and it made me joyful. You guys, you know what? We're simple. I know that you're simple too. Sometimes you just need some fresh air. Sometimes you just need your little cup of coffee. It's not like we need a jet plane and jewels. It's the simple things in life that bring us joy. So try to find joy in when you're going through the process, right? And so this is your homework right now. You're going to take these 5 questions. You're going to grab one problem. So whoever's on right now, share one problem you had today. I mean, it could be something simple as my washer broke and I couldn't wash my clothes, right? It could be as a big problem, like you did get in a car accident, or you lost your job, or you're in a fight with somebody, right? Write it down right now. Put it in the chat box. Come on, chat with me. Chat with me. I'm not going to solve your problem. You're going to sit down and take these 5 questions that I gave you, and you're going to write them out. And if you want to share them with me in a messenger, awesome. You want to talk with me? I love it. I am all ears and here for you guys. But take those 5 questions and apply them to your life. Is anybody going to be daring tonight and share a problem that they had today? Yes? No? Maybe so? Nobody? Okay, well, I will put these 5 questions in there, and your assignment is to take 5 minutes to answer all of these questions with your problem today. Big or small, okay? Sometimes small problems can seem really large to us, and they're really not. So we're the ones that make that problem bigger than it really is. And can I tell you one thing? I used to do it a lot, and I've learned a lot this year. I used to my cousin would say, you're drowning yourself in a cup of water, Mary. Nobody else was asking me of these things. I would just stress myself out into a frenzy to get things accomplished and drown myself in a cup of water. But now I'm learning these tools to help me to stop for a second and really process and not look at life as like, oh, another problem, but like, let's just grab this challenge, work through it, and maneuver and keep going. And guess what? It's going to make your circle bigger. So that's why as we get older and wiser, look, your circle becomes so big. You know, when you talk like my mom's, she's just so wise in so many things because she's lived and experienced so many challenges. She has so much grace and love, and she has so much of this wisdom that I still don't have, that I'm still growing in, right? And so we should always go to our elders because they've been through it and they can listen. And back in the old days, people didn't read books or Google. They went and talked to their grandma. Hey, grandma, what do you do in this situation, right? So let's appreciate those older people in our lives who have made that circle bigger because of time and know things that we don't know, you know? I look after my 86-year-old mom and finding you made my life easier. You made my day. Oh, I love it. That's awesome. Oh, Glenda, I love you. That's beautiful. God bless you for taking care of your mama and loving her in those days, right? And you know, they see things so differently. Like, I think I shared it the other day. My mom came in and she was just kind of teary-eyed and hugged me. And, oh, no, now I'm going to cry. But she just kind of was like, you know, I just love you, Mary. I just want to tell you I love you. And I could see, like, I've been too busy to stop and rest with her. So, yeah, mine is my relationship problem. Okay, Janine. And this is super helpful. Oh, good, Janine. Sit down. And if I'll write all these questions out. Sit down and really just embrace it and ask yourself these tough questions. I think that it will help you in the end. And I wanted to say something about the circle, and now I forgot. Digging deeper, the big circle. Oh, shoot. You know, when you lose your mind. I lost my mind. But just, I don't know, just knowing that we're growing and learning, and we can learn from each other. And don't forget to ask your friends when you're going through stuff. Guys, everybody's going through stuff. You know, sometimes we just hide because we're scared, but we're all going through hard things. And we need to share them with someone we feel like comfortable to do it so that they can help us grow. And it's okay. It's okay to go through stuff. And it's okay because you're going to come out stronger through it. So keep asking yourselves these questions and remember that we're learning and nobody's perfect and you're loved and you are enough even when you make the biggest mistakes. I've made some really big mistakes. God still loves me. He loves you. You're beautiful and amazing and you can do amazing things. Keep shining your light and keep asking yourselves these questions as you're going through tough things in your life so that you can really see the beauty and the grace. And I was thinking the other day, this morning actually, you know, like a mug, you know, when like you drop a mug and it has all these cracks and it's broken and then you try to like glue it back together and you put it in. But I was thinking about, you know, all those grooves, and you might not be able to put water in it anymore to drink out of it, but if you put a candle in it, that you can see all the beauty that comes through. So we're all broken. We have things that we're going through, but God is so good and so redemptive that he's going to take all that brokenness and like make it shine and make it beautiful for somebody else. And your problems or your challenges, let's not call them problems, your challenges that you face and you go like this with them because that's what it is. Just know that like somebody else behind you is coming. So grab their hand and say, come on, let me help you through this. Let me tell you what maybe is a good way to get through this. You know, that's why we have older people in our lives and we can be a light to the people who are younger and shine and help people through things. I so needed this and to hear your voice today, Mary. I love you too. Gosh, I miss us all being together like this. We're going to keep going. I've missed her. I've been way too busy in work and I needed my Mary fix. Oh, Rita, I miss you too. I noticed you haven't been around. Well, don't worry. I'm going to keep coming on live for these things on Facebook because I just want to stay connected with you guys. I love you so much. So we're going to do the lives at like 4 o'clock every day. So we've got Tasty Tuesday tomorrow. I've got some crepes. So make sure you're in for that. And then I do have some live workouts for you tomorrow on Facebook. So stay tuned for those. See the post. And if you guys want more Mary Fulton Fit community, then join our subscription. And you guys can click on that. And the link, I'll also provide that for you guys. But take these questions. Make some changes. It's just how we see things, our mindset, you guys. And then the bigger the problem comes, you'll be ready for it, right? So if your mindset grows as you grow with the problems that come towards you, the challenges, then you'll be ready for them. And you'll be like, oh, no big deal. It's okay that the teacher called me because my kid was in trouble. Do you see me laughing? Yeah, I used to have a heart attack about it. Now I'm just like, okay, what do we need to do to make this better? All right, come on. My kids aren't perfect. You know, one of them likes to get in trouble on the camera all the time. And I'm just like, again? All right, let's sit down and let's work through this. Right? So just know you're not alone. I'm right there with you, okay? Let's all hold hands. We got this. We've made it this far through COVID. What level of Jumanji are we on? We're in October. So this is what month? 10? Okay, we're almost to month 11. Uh-oh, it's election time. It's going to get a little crazy out there. Jumanji level 11 is coming. So guess what? Be ready for the things to come. Don't be surprised when crazy things happen in November. Just be ready. Okay, guys. Love you all. See you soon. Bye.